So hi, here goes my first video. So lots going on in our lives lately. On Friday, we flew from Buffalo to Detroit, then Detroit to Paris, then Paris to Budapest, Hungary. That was pretty interesting. Ezra did awesome. At one point, he slept for 10 hours straight. He slept through takeoff, he slept through landing, and he slept through security and passport control twice straight, and then 3 hours just sitting in the terminal waiting. So he traveled awesome. And then Sunday morning, we got on a bus and drove across the border into Romania to arrive in Oradea, which is where we now live. So that's pretty cool. Since then, we've had a lot of stuff going on, running around. Getting groceries like this when you're starting at nothing is really an adventure because you go to the store and you can basically bring home what you can carry because you're on foot or on the bus or whatever. And so you're like, gee, maybe some butter and eggs and milk, and then, but you also have like two forks and a pan. Like, so you're really limited as to what you can cook. So starting from nothing like that has been a challenge. So dinners have been interesting the last couple days. But we're really getting to know the city and figuring out how the public transportation works. That's really cool. There's only one tram line running, which is like a streetcar type thing. That's really nice. And then there's 5 or 10 bus lines or so that you can go around the city with. We're figuring out how they work, which is pretty cool. We're also just getting the place set up. We're staying in a guest apartment, which we have the option to rent later on. So maybe we'll stay in this one, maybe we won't. It's a nice one, but it's not right next to some of the nice shopping and stuff. And we're finding that it takes a long time to go and do shopping when you have to walk and get on public transportation with Ezra and the stroller and the backpack and all those things. So we're looking for an apartment that will be within walking distance of some major shopping areas, but we'll see. And as we get better at the transportation, we'll figure it out. So some cool things about our apartment now are the view. It's pretty neat. Out of this window right here, we have what I like to call the late Grimm's fairy tale architecture. So you have all these tiled roofs, churches in the background. Really nice view of the city. You can always see the price of gas, which is by the liter, I might add, not the gallon. So expensive. And then we can go through the apartment and come out the other side. And I like to call this architectural style the fall of communism. Pretty much classic late Soviet Union, if you ask me. So yeah, getting lots of things like that figured out, getting internet connections set up, just learning exchange rates and figuring out where different things are. Prices for things are all really different. Some things are a lot cheaper here, some things are a lot more expensive, and trying to figure out how we're going to do like our monthly budget when you need to figure in an exchange rate is going to be interesting. So, but yeah, really, it's a cool city. I like it. There's lots of neat things, lots and lots of stuff to explore. Um, and really, this is the least stressed I've been in weeks, if not months. And I got 4 hours of sleep last night because Ezra didn't go to bed till 1, and then was up. So, but just not having to deal with all of the stuff that we had to deal with to get ready to come over here, um, is just a huge relief compared to here. It's like, what are we going to get for dinner tonight? Okay, we'll go to the grocery store and buy something. And it's stressful, but it's really interesting, and it's little stuff, you know. It's like I'm not losing any sleep over, you know, going to the grocery store and riding on the train and whatever. Um, Whereas all the big stuff about insurance and housing and what are we going to do with our car and all that kind of stuff that we had to do before we moved was really a lot more mentally taxing. So, anyway, yeah. So I hope you guys are doing good, and I'll hear from you Monday.